Hey, what's up, everybody? Time for another game theory community discussion. And I want to talk about why I fucking love 2XKO. Yes, I admit it. I've switched it. This game is amazing. I love it. I love it. Okay. If you like the videos, like, sub, silly, comment, share, support the channel if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks. So why do I love 2XKO? Well, first of all, because it actually proves everything that I fucking have said about the community. And a lot of this stuff is going to seem like I'm talking shit about the people making the game, and perhaps I am to varying degrees, but I want people to sort of realize that you can also say something factual without it necessarily being malicious. Okay? So first of all, I like looking at some of this stuff like, could y'all remember that this is an alpha? It's only been being made for over 8 years. It's an alpha. Our game is, you cannot criticize the game. It's an alpha. Let me tell you. Okay, sure. Let me look at some other, I can't believe people are already making excuses for the game, dude. What was this? You got the unconquerable guy. Looks like I got a message. I'll look at that in a little bit, or notification. Unconquerable dude. I guess there's if you do the assist with Ari or something, that it's unscaled, but I want to get to the end. I want to get to that because I think it's funny. And then finally, as we do a deeper dive into this, if I can find, where is this? Could y'all remember this is an alpha? What you talking about? Oh, thanks for finding this. There's a bug. We're sorry about this. Where it is not increasing the damage scaling. This is unintended. Thank you for helping us test the game. We've been being paid for 8 years to test the game. We've done a terrible job. So will you test it for us? We don't want the game to be bad. Okay. Anyway. So why do I say I love this game though? Looking at shit like this. Oh my God. So first of all, the game is being promoted as it's being made by the greatest minds in the FGC for some reason, right? All these different people. And again, this is why, this is not necessarily to say something malicious. It's just being factual, right? Unconquerable is a guy I used to beat in tournaments, right? I never had a problem with him before, but I remember beating that dude in tournaments where I was very sick. I didn't even realize Marlon Pie was making it. Marlon Pie, another guy that I've beaten tournaments before. And again, this isn't to say that these guys are bad players. Obviously, Marlon Pie is a much more famous player than me. I mean, but what do I even remember? Me and him used to follow each other on Zanga. That's how long I've known that dude. And funny thing about Marlon Pie, this one, I can't say this for a fact, but is Marlon Pie the same guy that at one point he actually posted something that like, you shouldn't worry about ever becoming a lab monster or labbing games because there will always be someone else who can find something good. So you shouldn't worry about labbing games, that you should have somebody else lab it because then that gives you the time to practice good stuff or something like that. Didn't he say something like that? Am I remembering that quote wrong? Because I thought I remember people actually posting something like that he generally lets other people lab games. And then he sees what's good, and then he just practices the good stuff instead of labbing the games himself. Did he say that? For some reason, I kind of recall that. But I guess I could be wrong about that one. But I guess he's working on the game. Obviously, Jose, complete fucktard, was all buddy-buddy with me for Dragon Ball FighterZ, just to then allow themselves to take credit for everything I was teaching her. I'll call her her, even though it's a fucking idiot. Then allowed themselves to take credit for everything that I was teaching everybody, and then made up her was all a part of pretending that I hate transgender people. If I hate transgender people, why the fuck did I ever talk to you, you fucking idiot? Anyway, so obviously they're an idiot. Apology Man, I thought I used to be cool with him. He used to follow me. And then I guess when it became cool, it was cool to hate me, and he unfriended me. Clockwork used to shout me out all the fucking time. I was actually very appreciative. He used to shout me out since fucking CVS days, right? Then all of a sudden, I even asked him like, dude, why can't anybody talk about me anymore? Oh, I don't know why no one can talk about you anymore. Yeah, right. Maybe it's like James Chen admitting to Mike Watson that, oh yeah, I don't even remember why we're not allowed to talk about Clayton anymore. I just follow the rules to not get in trouble. Anyway, the game, it just goes to show that you bring in all these people. Oh, and Pat the Flip, another guy that I used to help and used to write about me. It's fucking disturbing. This neo-neptism, whatever that fucking phrase is. You just have a bunch of fucking this clique of people making the game. And how the fuck do you try to like have this narrative where it's all these amazing people who are so good at video games and have done so much in video games, and then you release a product and you're like, oh, thanks for actually testing the assist. We never tested her assist, and we see that the damage buffer isn't correct, and that's leading to instant kill combos. You know, we don't want instant kill combos. We don't really like combos. We don't want the game to all be about combos, even though we just had an interview where we said we don't know what's fun about the game. So we thought to make the game more fun, we would add more combos like auto combos, even though we don't want the game to be about combos. And now all anyone does on Twitter is post combos for the game, even though we're talking about, oh, it's, you know, this is going to be the best game ever, a brand new perspective on fighting games, even though people are just posting combos for it. And yeah, you know, we were making the game for 8 years. You know how I would feel fucking ashamed if you were like, Clayton Chapman, I'm going to pay you Riot money to help make this game. You're only going to have 6 playable characters in 8 years. Can you imagine 6 playable characters in 8 years, and you couldn't even test these characters? Like, what the fuck were you doing? Can you imagine what were you doing for 8 years? You're getting paid for 8 years to design these characters and balance them, and no one in 8 years ever fucking tried an assist combo with this character to notice that, oh, the damage buffer isn't there? No, seriously, think about that. Imagine that you are shilling this game that, oh, this is made by our champ. Our champ, is that what they're calling? This is our FGC champ. He's so good. He's done so much. He's done so much. Let's not talk about that Clayton used to beat him in tournaments, or Clay, they took everything from Clayton and let themselves take credit for it. Don't talk about Clayton. And in 8 years, you were never even bored for one day while you're being paid Riot money. And you're like, I wonder if I should try Ari and her assist to see if, you know, the damage buffer is working on that. What do you think? No. Let's just have the community beta test it for us. We can't be bothered. We're so busy. It would seem that the greatest minds in FGC history are actually not that capable. That's the reason that I love this game, because it has proved what I've said. Oh yeah, we don't want long TOD combos. We don't want long combos. Every fucking discussion I've seen about this, and I should say every, quotation marks, every. When I've looked about this on Twitter, I see people comparing it to Blaz Blue Cross Battle, which is a fucking terrible thing to be compared to a fucking DDR machine. Okay? Ooh, my Beat Mania combo. DDR machine. You know? And you see people just posting a bunch of combos that they said, oh, we don't want our game to be about combos. No one's talking about this is the most amazing game ever. There's some brand new perspective that you can't get. It's combos. And I've said this before. I only do combos because I can do them, okay? How many times have I said that before? I actually, and that's why you even watch when I do these game theory videos, I actually enjoy talking about video games, right? To varying degrees. You know, sometimes, you know, I lose brain cells talking to other people about video games. But, you know, that's why I made that video recently too. I'm like, do people even love video games? Or did they just love the clout that they can get from posting a Twitter combo? You know, oh yeah, we hated Street Fighter 3 for years, but now, I just want to show myself that I can do a parry, a super. Oh, you know what? We don't want to have zoners and 2x KO. Yeah, we only have 6 characters right now in a tag team game. In a tag team game, we only have 6 characters, right? And you know what? We don't know what's fun. We want you to decide what's fun. But we've also decided that you probably don't think zoning is fun. So we've taken out the blue hair girl because she was going to be a zoning character or something. So we want to rework her because we don't think it's going to be fun. But we want you to decide what's fun. Okay? No, listen to us. We want you to decide what's fun because we don't know what's fun. And we want you to decide what's fun. But you know what? But in this particular circumstance, when we only have 6 characters, we don't think zoning will be fun. So we're not going to give you the opportunity. We're going to rework her. Zoning, not fun in a game with 6 characters, tag team game. Plus, we don't like combos. But we just realized, what if we added more auto combos? What are you talking about? Bob, what are you talking about? I don't have a Pikachu next to me. I have a I got my butthole cat from Japan. What the fuck are you talking about? That's why I said the interviews for this game are painful. Like, I don't even, how do you get me excited about this? Now you want me to beta test the game for you? What were you doing in 8 years? You know, and again, going back to the people even love games, I think to show that you actually love games, you have to be able to appreciate all perspectives of video games. You need to be able to appreciate Street Fighter 2. You need to be able to appreciate anime games. You need to be able to appreciate Marvel games. You need to be able to appreciate 3D games, right? You need to be able to appreciate just fighting games, not just the zoner character, not just the grappler character, you know, not just the mix-up character. That's not saying that you have to play all these characters, but you have to be able to appreciate them if you want to say that you really love fighting games, I think. And not just that you love the idea of, oh, I might be able to beat somebody and get clout. Oh, I might be able to do a combo and get some clout, right? Everyone's got to be able to do the hardest combo automatically, even though, you know, we don't really like combo. You know, that's why I say it's so crazy. Like, everything is just about a fucking combo. And again, that's why I say video games are just boring now. You know, that's why when I talk about games, I like talking about actually old school games, right? Because I appreciate the complexity in these archaic games, right? I've said so many times before, it's amazing that you can watch a game like Super Turbo and it is held up so well 30 years later. I think I want to do a video why I actually think that Super Turbo is better than Hyper Fighting. I know I'm old school, which Super Turbo is still old school, but I do think, you know, I do like Hyper Fighting as well. And I do think that certain parts of just say Championship Edition or even Championship Edition or Hyper Fighting, certain things I do think feel better in those games, but I do think I would lean towards the side of actually saying that I think Super Turbo is a better game than Hyper Fighting, just in the grand ether of fighting games. I know some of my other old school people, they might disagree with me, but I do think if you're actually thinking about fighting games, you know, objectively, I do think you would probably lean towards Super Turbo as a better game than Hyper Fighting. But anyway, the point is, I just look at this and, you know, you got to bring in players that actually like different perspectives, I think. You can't bring in players that are just anime players. You can't bring it. I mean, look at the team that they're bringing in. They're anime guys. They're not Street Fighter guys, you know? And you would think fucking, who did Apology Man and play in fucking, Apology Man? I know he played Red Brand, right? Oh God, I'm sorry. You know, that's my fault. I don't remember. I forget who Apology Man played in Marvel 3. He played Red Brand and something else, right? The Ghost and Goblins, whatever it is for that Capcom game. But there's still zoning stuff, you know. It's a Marvel game, you know. I just think that, you know, you got to be able to appreciate different perspectives. And that's why I say when I listen to people talk about video games, they're incapable of having an intelligent conversation about them because they're so biased in their views on what a video game should be, right? And it just is. I think it's sad. It's sad. Excuse me, but the good thing about 2XKO is that I think it's proved what I've said about before. People say they hate combos, and guess what? All that people are talking about is the combos in 2XKO and Beatmania DDR machine mashing on buttons. Oh, we don't want to have motions, but now we got to read. It's like a fucking Morse code. Beep beep boop beep 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 scat man. I'm scat boop beep boop. It's like, okay, well, we don't want motions, but we got to read this Morse code. Beep 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 scat man. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. That's why it's crazy to me that, again, I don't even fucking play this shit anymore. I said before, when's the last time I even fucking played games versus anybody? I know me and Watson were recently talking about we should get together and play again. And the audacity for Watson to tell me that he talked to James Chen recently, and James Chen talks about he doesn't remember why he's not allowed to talk about me anymore. He just follows the rules. Get the fuck out of here, James Chen. Ridiculous. But no, I mean, but yeah, so I think it's been 9 months since I've even played anybody in Street Fighter. It's been like 2 years since I played my Guilty Gear. You know, again, I just don't really play games very often, but that's not that I don't like them. I still can watch some video games and I can appreciate them. And I can also appreciate the fact that, and I'll say something nice about 2XKO to end it with, I bet there probably will be people that enjoy the game. Right? I don't decide what is fun for you. There probably are people that will enjoy the game, right? But you shouldn't be trying to decide what is fun for people. Like that zoning comment was terrible. You know, oh, I don't think people like the character. She's just too much zoning. Fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, you don't decide what is fun for everybody. Especially after you said that you wanted them to decide what is fun in the first place. Everyone likes different things, dude. It's sad, dude. And to think that these people are getting paid for 8 years for this fucking bullshit, only to release a product and are then like, oh, we never tried to do an assist or a combo. What were we doing for 8 years with our riot money? Sounds fucking retarded, dude. Oh, but don't talk shit about the game. It's an alpha. Yeah. If you like the videos, like, sub, comment, share, support the channel if you want. Appreciate it. Thanks. The end.